Hello, all, and welcome to another edition of Agree to Disagree. Um, this is the second in the series. I asked you guys on Instagram to send me your unpopular opinions, your hot takes, and you did. So let's get on with the video. You should know what's up. If you don't know what's up, basically I asked on Instagram for people to send me unpopular opinions, hot takes, something that some people might not agree with, something that might be a controversial opinion. And basically I go through them and I say whether I agree or whether I agree to disagree. So that's what this series basically is. Do not worry, my subscribers. I have some aforementioned water. I'm in fact a part of the spooky squad. And if you're really curious, Publix supports youth soccer. Not sponsor. But they do, apparently. Got some water in here. We'll be sipping on that. If you're keeping if you're keeping track of the drink statistics. Some of you will get that. Anyway, so the first hot take we have is that Friends is extremely overrated. And I agree. Friends is overrated. I don't know about extremely or I don't know if it is the most overrated thing of all time, but what I do know is that Friends is overrated. It's not the best show. It's a good show, but it's not the best show. There are better shows out there. Better shows that do the formula that Friends did better. I.e. How I Met Your Mother, by the way. That's what I was referring to. How I Met Your Mother is better than Friends. But Friends is I still enjoy it, but it is overrated. And there are a couple of shows I feel that way about, which I won't reveal too much. No spoilers. But yes, Friends is overrated. Now, this one is a really hot take. Steven Universe has more gravitas and emotional, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and emotional depth than any other cartoon, including Avatar: The Last Airbender. Really a hot take. So once again, that Steven Universe has more gravitas and emotional depth than any other cartoon, including Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I disagree. Now, Steven Universe is one of my favorite shows of all time. I like it. Personally, I like it more than Avatar. I do think it has more emotional depth than Avatar: The Last Airbender, which I know I see you in the nobody's commenting. But anyway, sorry, that was funny. But the statement here was that Steven Universe has more emotional depth than any other cartoon. And my only retort is BoJack Horseman. BoJack Horseman is literally like an emotional show. That's the point. And it does that very, very well. And I think it has more emotional depth than Steven Universe. Which one do I prefer? Probably Steven Universe, but BoJack is still one of my favorite shows. Because Steven Universe is way up there. BoJack is also up there. I think I prefer Steven Universe, but BoJack Horseman, I do have to say, probably does have more emotional depth. So that's my take on that. Next hot take. Hobo Johnson deserves a lot more respect in the music community. And Okay, I disagree. But, and this is sort of similar to the last one. I think that I like Hobo Johnson. I do. A lot of what his style, I just like his style. I just like the sort of spoken word over a beat type of thing. But I feel like Hobo Johnson has an adequate amount of respect in the music community. And if he deserved more respect, he deserves a little bit more respect. I don't know if a lot more is truly applicable in this case. I think he deserves more. I do think he probably deserves more respect, but a lot more, I think he already has a lot of respect from a lot of people. Now, if we're talking about the music community as in like music reviewers and stuff, then yeah, he probably does. Because I've only seen one reviewer like give him positive reviews. But among the music community as a fan base, I think he gets an adequate amount of respect from his fans. He does get, I will say, he does get too much hate. That is a statement I can agree with. He gets too much hate. But I feel like he gets an adequate amount of respect. I really do. Next one. Drake has had more of an effect on rap today than Kendrick Lamar. And I disagree with this one. Okay. And this is another one where you know what? Let's start over. Drake has had more of an effect on rap today than Kendrick Lamar. I agree. And I changed my answer, and this is why. Because I thought about it a little bit. Drake has had more literal effect, I feel like, on rap music than Kendrick Lamar. Because Drake has been doing it for longer. A lot of artists take inspiration from Drake. And I don't think they have with Kendrick Lamar as much yet because he is a newer artist. I mean, what Kendrick Lamar has done is absolutely outstanding so far. But I don't think it's had as much of an impact as Drake. Which means I agree with the statement. Because I feel like Drake has affected the music more. So that's that. Next one. The Nintendo GameCube has the best collection of video games to date. Disagree. I disagree. PlayStation 2, anyone? Anyone out there? Xbox 360? Anyone? I'm taking a sip of water. I mean, you could argue that like all modern game consoles have a better library. I wouldn't agree with that, but someone could argue that. And I couldn't find too much flaws in those arguments because games I feel like have gotten better over time. But yeah, I feel like there are a couple other consoles ahead of GameCube in that respect. Next one. Diet Dr. Pepper is better than regular Dr. Pepper. And I agree sometimes. Now, for me, it depends on the situation, the circumstance in which you have Diet Dr. Pepper and regular Dr. Pepper. If I'm going to the store and I'm buying a bottle, I will get Diet Dr. Pepper over Dr. Pepper any day of the week. I will buy Diet Dr. Pepper to have for like the house. But if I'm going to a restaurant and I want that type of taste, I'll typically go for the regular Dr. Pepper. So that's my take on that. Next one. Baked Lay's chips are better than regular Lay's chips. Interesting. And I agree. But I'm only talking about the original flavor when I say that. I agree, but only on the original flavor. Other flavors, the regular Lay's brand can taste better. But if you're talking about original baked and original Lay's, I think the original baked Lay's are better. This next one, pineapple on pizza sucks. I agree. I don't like it. But if you like it, I'm not going to come at you. Because everyone likes different things, so that's completely fine. This next one, yeah, we'll go with this next one. Women are morally justified in fearing men. And I agree. I do sadly agree. And it's sort of, I don't know. I mean, I'm not like some social expert. I don't want to comment on like these social, like this is a fun channel. I'm not trying to get serious into like the social commentary. But I do agree that women are justified in fearing men as a group, honestly. But definitely specific men. And men that might have done something to them previously, or men that might remind them of something that happened to them previously, even though, they might be different people. But I do feel like that's morally justified. And I would not disagree with that. I would agree. All right, the next one. Disney Plus is overrated. Heard it from a friend. Well, tell your friend that it's wrong. That opinion is wrong. I disagree. I was very skeptical of Disney Plus going in. I honestly wanted it to fail a little bit. because I feel like the streaming services that we have are just turning into cable again, right? And then eventually there'll be so many streaming services and they'll all be sectioned off so much. And each company will have their own piece of the pie that eventually you're just going to have to pay a large package to get all of them, which will be the same thing as cable was. Maybe more morally balanced that way, but I don't know. But no, Disney Plus is great. I watched Zootopia for the first time the other night, and I really liked that movie. I know, oh, why haven't you seen it sooner? But I watched it for the first time. It was really good. And I've listed out all the Disney Pixar movies, and I went back and checked for all of the Disney Studios animated movies that I haven't seen yet. Because that's more of my type of thing. I'm not a Marvel guy. I'm not a Star Wars guy. I'm more like into the Pixar, into the animated films. And, I'm ready to cross all of them off my list. I have 5 or something Pixar movies, and then maybe 10, probably a little less than 10 animated studio movies. Because you got to think, there's a lot of them. For example, the Three Caballeros. Most people would not know what that is, I feel like. Or most newer people. Most people in my age bracket. And there's a lot of movies like that don't have the, I guess, staying power that a lot of others had. But anyway, I think the most popular one that I haven't seen yet is probably Wreck-It Ralph. I haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph. And I haven't seen the sequel, but the sequel won't be on Disney Plus. I think it's ever another year. But that. And I also haven't seen Brave. So I'll get on that. But Disney Plus is accurately rated. It's been getting a lot of praise. It deserves it. Moving on. This is the last one. Hold on. I have to decide whether I'm going to do this one or not. I'm going to flip the chapstick for it. Burt's Bees, not sponsored. All right. And that was my last one. I apologize. But, there's some things that people send in that I just don't want to tackle. Whether it be for me not being comfortable answering some things, me not feeling I could articulate my opinions on some things, or me wanting to keep a certain standard on this channel. So when people look back on it, when I presumably will be in a different career, in a different field, they don't look back on this and think, hey, what's up with that? They don't question me about it. That's why I've never used profanity in any videos. And that's why I won't tackle certain topics. So I won't tackle that. And there's another one I skipped, and I didn't do that because I wasn't comfortable. I'll give you my opinion on that. But, so that's that. The second edition of Agree to Disagree. Hope you all enjoyed it. I know it came pretty soon after the first one, but I wanted to do another one, so I did. That's the straight up truth. I wanted to do another one, so I did. But that's all that. Take another sip of the water. Spooky Squad. Represent. Like the video. Like it. Hit that subscribe button down there. Down there. It's down there somewhere. If you're not subscribed, you better smash it. And ring the bell. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Yeah, ring the bell. I would appreciate it if you did. Leave a comment, too. I want that interaction. That's been something I've been missing because I used to get a lot of comments on my earlier stuff. I haven't been getting as much recently, so leave a comment, for me if you disagree or agree with any of the takes in this video. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Roddy_reviews. That's pretty much it for this week. You know what they say.